Good morning, and I hope you all had a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. I know it's been a while since I've done a Phase 8 update. I've been a little slammed with some of the closings that have been going on, and I do apologize for that. But we're here now, and I want to say good morning. I hope you guys have had a great weekend. This is your Phase 8 update for May 27th. I apologize for the lack of updates. Again, I do this on my own volition, so I try to make time for it. Every time I was trying to go out to do a flyover and film an update, we ended up having rain there, and then went through a dry spell, and then I had a ton of closings and warranties coming up, closings in Phase 8 and warranties in Phase 7. So, I have to balance my time out around my, how do I describe it, my Labor Day. So there are some new startups going on in the back of Phase 8, usually towards the front of Phase 8. Everybody's pretty much closed in. We're getting to the back end of Tropics Avenue and that side of the area that we have going on. And I just wanted to give you guys an update. So build speeds. Well, this is going to tie into a couple things I'm going to talk about. With the slowdown in construction sales, which has happened since the beginning of the year, they've kind of shrunk their startups. With that being said, shrinking the startups should hopefully, moving forward, increase some of the build speeds, so that 8 to 10 month window that originally has been out there for 5 years, hopefully should get down to about 7 to 9 months. So we should be looking, right in that 8-month window, maybe shrinking it by about 30 days. With that being said, there have been, recently with some of the rains we've had over the past 2 weeks, some of the startups are running a little bit behind. If you're a newer client that I have, that is currently in underground plumbing or slab prep, you know what I'm talking about. I want to say that, since our last update, I know that some of you have had a change up in building superintendents. With these change up in building superintendents, if you have any questions about your superintendent, anything I could do for you, please let me know. I know a lot of them out there. I know some of their habits and their quirks. The big thing is, give these guys an opportunity. Sometimes things can be lost in translation from a changeover from one superintendent to the other. And I want to make sure that anything you need, you want extra reinforcement and relayed to that building superintendent, is relayed. And if you're getting no joy, let me know, and I'll talk to the building superintendent also. Methods of communication. I know some of you have been having difficulty getting a hold of me. Again, email, text message, then phone call. I went through my phone from Friday until yesterday, Friday night after about 7 o'clock until yesterday evening. And, I probably had 25 voicemail messages. Not to sound bad, when you have that many on top of other phone calls you're trying to return, it becomes a little bit inundated. What I tend to do is, if somebody emails me, I flag it in my email. The following morning, I usually will take those emails that are flagged and I'll start making return phone calls, text messages, email replies, whatever needs to be done, just to kind of put people at ease. There is this method behind my madness. It's just phone calls tend to, when you're out inspecting and you're talking to building superintendents and you're talking to new clients and you're trying to communicate things, phone calls tend to be a little bit more difficult to do in the middle of the day. Typically, I like to get them knocked out in the morning. If you don't answer, I will leave a voicemail if I'm in an area that I don't worry about half the voicemail not going through. For example, if I'm in Phase 8, and I'm returning a phone call, I typically don't leave a voicemail because I don't know if you're going to get all of it or if it's going to sound like a robot. So, also, for the sake of my marriage, and I'm sure a lot of you can understand this, over the weekends, I'm not answering my work phone. Simply because I have to draw a line in the sand. If you send me an email or text message, I will get back to you. But Saturdays and Sundays, my wife has demanded that I focus on family, and she's right. For 7 years, I pretty much have been 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, nonstop. of answering phone calls, returning phone calls, all the way up to about 9, 10 o'clock at night. My wife has drawn a line in the sand and said weekends are ours. And with no soccer going on, with some of you know that I'm very involved with my daughter's soccer program, now is the time that I can spend that time with my family. Some of my clients that are on board, and new clients, I will be taking off. Let me get my dates up here. I will be taking off in July from the 20th of, oh my bad, not the 20th of July, from the 18th of July through the 23rd. That is my family vacation. None of you will see me. I will have my staff out in the field of licensed inspectors and my father-in-law and everything like that. I'm taking like 5 days off, 6 days off. We do this every year. It's our family vacation. We usually time it around my daughter's soccer camp in Bradenton, Florida. So, we drop her off 1 week, we go back the next week, pick her up, and then we go on vacation. So please be respectful during that time. Understand that if you're trying to get a hold of me during that time, I will not be basically available at the drop of a hat. New clients, any new clients coming on board, please feel free to reach out to us. We are a full-service home inspection company. We work on your behalf from the start of your build all the way through your 11-month warranty. Our process encompasses 3 landmark reported inspections, pre-drywall, closing, and your 1-year warranty. With that being said, we walk your lots on a weekly basis. We send updates every 10 business days using Builder's Trend. We try to work with the builder on your behalf. We're inspecting for 3 landmark, 3 items: building code, manufacturer's installation guidelines, and your options of A and B. In order for us to have those A and B options, I also would need a copy of them. Let's see here. So, basically I'm trying to keep this as short and sweet for you guys. A lot of you that have moved in and are loving it, it's a great neighborhood. You got good people. There's a lot of construction still going on, a lot more to do. You're going to see from this drone flyover, we're starting from the back of Phase 8 and working our way out. And the reason why I did that is a lot of you that live there already have a pretty good idea of what's going on. This is for a lot of new clients or for a lot of new homeowners that are part of this page and want to see what's left to do. And it also lets you see what's left to do. I know a lot of you are walking around there, and that's kind of why we're doing this, is to kind of keep people out of that back area and so that people can see what's going on. Another thing, I know a ton of you that are living out there, still ride your bikes, walk around, all that stuff. I implore you to please refrain from going into any of these houses. You're going to find that these are locked up tight as a drum. And now, because people, whether it be homeowners in Phase 8, homeowners in Phase 6, or Phase 5, Phase 4, Phase 3, going in and out of these homes, throughout this process over the past 6 months, there has been theft going on out there. And basically, if you're caught in a house, the police are going to be called now. Especially if you're caught by one of the building superintendents or anything like that. They are locking these houses up tight as a drum, but they do have to leave them open from time to time. There has been significant thousands of dollars worth of theft that has happened out there, so all these houses are locked up tight as a drum. If you are caught in a house, they are going to call the cops on you and have you trespassed. Just giving you a heads up. I basically now have to call every building superintendent to get into a house because they're thieves. I have to basically call every building superintendent now to let me in the house because we have random people, whether they live there or whether they're visiting or they're there on a stay and play, are going into the houses when they're not supposed to be. If you're buying a house, the house isn't yours yet until you make that final payment and sign on the dotted line. If you need to visit the home, call the building superintendent, call your sales rep, or call me. I can get you out there. I have a great relationship with Minto in this sense so that you guys can walk the houses with me. Do not get caught walking the houses solo. Just telling you, I've been warning about it for 3 years now out there, and now the fact that there's been some issues, It kind of puts some restraints on my process to the fact that I now have to call every building superintendent to open up the house to do my weekly lot walks, which is extremely cumbersome and time consuming. So please refrain from walking the lots. If you are closed already, great. You can walk past it. Don't go in. So I hope you guys are having a great week. Let's get off to the flyover. If you have any questions, please feel free to email, call, text. All my information will be below the email or below this video. I'll also have something right here if I can put it in. Remember to put it in this time. And I hope you guys are having a great day. Thank you very much for your time, and I look forward to talking to you soon.
Good night. Thank you.